Hello, Hendrick Hudson community. This is Superintendent Joseph Hochreiter, and I am honored and privileged to be joined by our high school valedictorian as well as our high school salutatorian. Please welcome Madison Cavell and Indrani Malhotra. So, hello, everyone. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. Um, this is a really exciting and probably nerve-wracking time of year for you two and many of your seniors because it's got to finally be setting in that the end of high school is near. Graduation is coming up, and then both of you are heading off to college. Madison, you're going to Cornell, and Indrani, you're going to Boston University. So let's start with that. Um, Madison, you're going to Cornell. What are you going to study, and why did you end up choosing Cornell?
So at Cornell, I'm going to study animal science on the pre-veterinary track. And for as long as I can remember, I've always wanted to be a veterinarian. So I knew that I wanted to study animal science in college. And Cornell is known for they have a really great veterinary program. So that's a main reason why I chose Cornell. And also, it's a beautiful campus, and I love the location and pretty much everything about it.
Great. Yes, Ithaca is a very special place in the middle of nowhere, but has everything you need. Well, that's great. Congratulations. And Indrani, you are going to go to Boston University, a little different environment than than Cornell and Ithaca. Tell us how you chose Boston University and what you're going to study.
Yeah, so I'm going to BU and I'm going to study international relations and environmental analysis and policy, hopefully. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do. It kind of took me a while to come to those like pairing of majors, but I'm really interested in like the environmental advocacy field. And also just the idea of like foreign relations and things like that. And BU has an amazing international program, both in terms of the major and like their international population and their study abroad opportunities. So that was really a main factor for me when making my decision because I really wanted that global experience. And I feel like I'm gonna get that there.
Yeah, that's great. I was going to ask if part of your program necessitates that you study abroad somewhere, and if so, have you even given any thought as to where you may want to do that?
Yeah, I'm actually not 100% sure if my specific program requires it, but it's definitely something that I want to do regardless. I'm not entirely sure where I'd want to study. I want to continue taking Spanish, so maybe a Spanish speaking country. But possibly also I like the idea of studying somewhere in Scandinavia because of their like amazing energy, clean energy initiatives and stuff like that. It's they have amazing programs there for environmental work. So I'm really not sure yet, but I'm definitely looking forward to the opportunity.
Great, great. And Madison, it sounds like you may be in it for the long haul at Cornell or elsewhere, right? Veterinary school is not just a 4-year degree. So, have you given thought as to what the next number of years look like, even after your undergrad?
Yeah, definitely. So Cornell has a really amazing veterinary school. So I hope to apply there and hopefully go to their veterinary school for the next 4 years after undergrad. And they actually have a really cool program where they do like a 4 and 3. So if you are in the top percentage, you can skip a year of veterinary school. And so I think that could be a really great opportunity to hopefully take part in.
That's great. That's great. So tell us a little bit about how you two arrived at this point. I did the math, you've spent approximately 35% of your high school career in a pandemic. So dating back to March of 2020 and throughout the remaining senior year of your high school career, things were much different. High school ended much differently for you guys than it began. What were some tricks or what were some things that you guys did not only to survive this really bizarre time, but excel? Because I mean, you two are at the top of your class. So, what were some tricks or strategies that you guys employed to stay focused and obviously stay on top of your academics? And Madison, I'll start with you.
I think it was really important to sort of make good use of your time. And I know like we all had a lot of free time, and I know some people might have spent it just like hanging around. But if you really like use that to your advantage and work diligently, I think that was what really helped me during this time. And then also just taking advantage of like all the online resources. Like I feel like teachers really got ahead and put like a lot of different resources out for you to use. And I feel like if you took advantage of like all the help that they were trying to give you during this time, I think that's definitely what really helped me. And just to keep up with assignments and staying organized.
Great. Thank you. Indrani, what about you?
Yeah, I completely agree with what Maddie said. For me, especially during quarantine, it was, something completely new to have so much free time on my hands. And I kind of really enjoyed the opportunity to have more of a balance between, schoolwork and spending time with my family and everything like that. And I honestly think that really helped me because it gave me some time to kind of focus and sort of focus on like myself and my own study habits and my own work habits. And I think that really helped me going into this year to have already had that experience of like managing my own flexible schedule and having to do, work without necessarily being in a classroom every day. So going into this year, although it was definitely difficult to stay focused at home, I was, a little bit more prepared for it because of having that experience of last year.
Yeah, good. Thank you. Great reflections. So, as you think upon your time in our school district, particularly in our high school, and Indrani, I'll start with you. What's a really great memory or two that you'll take with you as you head off to Boston University?
Oh, this is a tough one. Trying to think about this. There's so many, so many good things that I could say. I suppose just for me, a lot of it is like the supportiveness that I found at HenHud. I think Maddie would probably agree with this. Our grade, especially, is just very supportive of one another. And we're all very high achieving, very hardworking students. And I think that's really helped me grow as a student. And I definitely don't think I'd be where I am today without that sort of collaboration and support that comes from the fact that, all of us that are in, all of the same AP classes together, we're all really close friends and are all always willing to help each other. And so I'm really looking forward to, bringing that kind of collaborative mindset into college with me. And, kind of continuing in that spirit of how I feel our HenHud grade has been.
Great, great. So some healthy competition and support along the way. That's great. All right, Madison, what about you?
I completely agree. I think our whole grade and like really the whole school is all very connected and we all always support each other with whatever we need. In terms of like specific memories, I've really enjoyed like big school events where we all come together and it's really nice to see the community together, like sports games, pep rallies, anything like that, or even like the haunted high school. I really just enjoyed seeing everyone come together and just spending time with each other and supporting each other.
Great. And as you reflect on these experiences and in your obviously you guys have done that very very well in terms of setting you up for success as you go to college. Let's wrap this up. If you could give a piece of advice to a ninth grader in high school, someone who's coming into the high school next year, finishing up eighth grade now, maybe a little bit worried, a little nervous, maybe really excited about all the opportunities. Madison, we'll start with you. What's a piece of advice you would give a ninth grader at the high school on how he or she could be successful?
I'd say definitely stay organized and stay on top of assignments. Don't let things build up. Don't not do things that will definitely catch up with you. I'd say definitely just try to keep ahead of everything and put the most effort into everything that you do, and that will lead you to success.
Thank you. Andrani, what about you? What are some words of wisdom you would have?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I also think just in general, like the idea of, push yourself as hard as, you can work and take all the classes that interest you and the ones that you think are going to, make you stand out as a student. But for me, I found it especially important to not push myself too hard, even if, there are so many amazing AP classes at the high school, but you don't have to take them all. You can choose which ones you want to take. And ultimately that might help you in the end because then you're not torn between too many different things. And I think it really, is helpful to focus on the things that you love and the things you might want to pursue later on down the road, and make sure that you have a balance between the work that you're doing in school and also still spending time with your family and friends, and not putting too much pressure on, every single test grade and every single assignment that you do, because in the end, it's all going to work out okay for you as long as you, turn everything in and try your hardest. So.
Well, that's great. I really appreciate that. That's some really sound advice from both of you to find balance, surround yourself with good people, and be involved. I mean, those are, if we could do those three things, if high schoolers could do those three things, they'll be successful anywhere. So, well, thank you very much, Madison and Johnny. Again, Madison is heading off to Cornell University and is going to uh, participate in their veterinary science program. And Indrani is heading to Boston University and is going to learn about some global affairs, and she'll probably be traveling abroad at some point over the next 4 years. So, congratulations, folks. I look forward to seeing you at graduation. Enjoy your summer, and thanks for being outstanding role models and students and being great ambassadors for our community. So, congratulations and good luck.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you so much.